Even in 17th century Kirkcudbright, there were pricing and trading standards to be met. The town council had powers to banish dishonest traders from the town. Now, market day is always a busy day, and even in these hard times, today is no exception.
Hey, a good man. What have you got for a poor soldiers? Look for a warm bonnet and a new blanket for a winter across the Western Sea.
Here's my best wool blanket and a rare choice of headgear.
And what are you asking for this, you?
Only 9 shillings.
9 shillings?
Oh, it's well made. See, look at the handwork on the edges. And it's rare and warm. It'll keep you snug.
I suppose it'll do. Oh, it's terribly dear.
Oh, but don't you realise that everything's dearer nowadays? How long have you been away from home?
4 years.
Oh, well, you won't have seen the changes then.
Huh? What are you asking for this blanket?
£2 Scotch.
£2? I can see through it, man. And it's got a hole in it. And animal stains. What have you been using it for? Warming your horse?
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. It must have been at the bottom of the pile and I didn't notice it. You can have it for 35 shillings.
For this trash? Not a chance. You shouldn't be allowed to trade at all. I have a good mind to have you up before the town council. They'll make sure that fair trade is done in Kirkcudbright. In fact, let's get this settled right now. Grab him, doggy. We'll soon get this highwayman sorted. Come on. Hey, you hold him here while I get him. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me.
All right. What's going on?
This man, sir, is selling shoddy goods for steep prices, and he shouldn't be allowed to trade.
Hey, that's a guy's serious accusation, young man. Explain yourself.
Well, I'm going to cross the sea right soon, sir, and I'm needing a new bonnet and a new blanket for against the winter cold. His bonnets were 9 shillings, if you can believe it. And his best wool blanket was so thin, you could see through it. And he wanted £2 for it. And it had a hole in it. And it was filled with animal stains or some such. My mate here saw the whole thing and can vouch for what I say.
And you, sir, what have you got to say for yourself?
This young man is ever hasty with his tongue. Aye, and maybe with his sword. I apologised and offered the blanket for less, but he lost his temper. Sir, all my goods have been marked down for this market. I ken there's no much money around these days, but I can't sell my goods at half price.
How long have you been licensed to trade in Kirkcudbright?
This is my first year, sir.
Well, I tell you, it doesn't look very good for you, does it? Because we can't condone dishonest trading in this fair town. We've heard before of your close dealings, and now, thanks to this young man, we've got the evidence. You're going to have to pay a fine of £20 and mend your ways. I will not let you in through yon meikle yet of Kirkcudbright to trade or sell your goods ever again. Choice is yours. You either pay up or you pack up and go.
I have the seller to pay the fine, and if I don't sell my goods, I'm a ruined man. What can I do?
Oh, you could always try your luck in yon boat there.
And what does that mean?
Same as it does for all of us. Warm clothes, stout hat, and a strong back.
Seems I've run out of choices. I'll go with you, if I may.
Aye, very well. Good riddance, I say. Aye.
The recruiting sergeant will sort you out. There he is there. Oh, and don't forget to bring your gear. Maybe you can sell some of them blankets to the poor ignorant savages.
One by one, the recruiters seem to be gathering their men. Now, Sir William Alexander faced a difficult task when he arrived in Kirkcudbright at the end of May. The two gentlemen of the stewardry on whose support he most depended were out of town on other business. Also, despite the patriotic attraction of forming a new Scotland, when it came to the bit, not many folk actually wanted to leave the security of their local area. Now, serving and fighting in armies in Europe was something they knew about, particularly when it involved being paid for it. But starting afresh to build houses and towns in a wilderness, it was skilled artisans who were needed there. Masons, carpenters, wheelwrights, smiths, and the like. And they seem to think better the troubles we know than the ones we don't. As Sir William wrote, they are not interested in novelties. Now, a further problem was the economic situation. It was a time and an economy not unlike our own, with jobs scarce and prices rising. He found that prices of food supplies for the trip had tripled during the 3 months he had been in London, due to poor harvests the previous year. So provisioning the ship became a real challenge. The inflated prices that made Sir William's job difficult also made life hard, of course, for ordinary working people. Now let's look at this farming couple coming to the market. Let's see how they are coping with the current hard times on a market day in June.
How much are these turnips?
Threepence each, 6 shilling the sack.
Oh, that's our dear. Have you no cheaper yins?
Well, these are a wee bit soft. I'll let you hear them for 2pence.
Oh, very well. They'll hit today. I'll tack the twa. What about cabbage?
We've a few left. Yin bobby each.
Oh, no, that's our dear tea. Have you oat flour?
Aye, 10 shilling the peck.
That's gone up tea, but we must have flour.
Why is it so dear now? Every time we come back in this town, everything's dearer than it was before.
Well, the weather last summer was terrible, and the harvest was poor.
Aye, so it was.
And the weather last spring was awful dry. You see, if there are fewer goods, the price has gone up.
Ridiculous, come on. We can't survive at this rate, Mirren. We're here renewed a siller by Michaelmas. We'll work at the farm be over then. There'll be no more siller until March when the ploughing starts.
Oh, Alan, we'll make day. We'll just eat a wee bit less ourselves and make things last longer for the bairns.
I can't see you starve yourself, Mirren, nor the bairns. What about your ship in the harbour? If I was to gang away in that, you'd have in less mouth to feed.
You can't leave me.
I've heard tell that on the other side of the Western Sea, there's a rich land to be had for the taking, with good soil and grass and money trees and flowers.
You can't eat flowers.
Aye, I can, but I've heard tell of a settler who's only been there 2 years and already has 100 beasts. And no wonder, for the grass is as high as his head.
And you believe such tales? Come on, Waynes.
Just think of it, Mirren. If I could go there, I could build us a wee house, and I could start my own farm with my own beasts. Then you and the bairns can join me and we can make our way to riches.
And how do you propose to do that?
All it will take is boldness and hard work. I think I'll sign on for this planter journey.
Oh, Alan, I didn't want you to go. It'll be dangerous. You'll maybe not come back to me. The bairns will be
Oh,
featherless.
do not be afraid, Mirren. You'll constantly be in my prayers. If things get difficult here, perhaps your mother and father can take you and the bairns in for a bit. Then next summer I'll try and send for you and you can all join me. My mind's made up. I'm going to do it.
Alan, things didn't always go according to plan. I'll be in a torment of fear for you. I beg you, didn't go.
Mirren, we can't go on here as things stand. I must do something, and here is my chance. I must go and sign on. You go home and prepare my gear for a long journey. Then once I've signed on, I'll come home, I'll get my gear and I'll make my farewells. Go on, my love.